So, welcome to the session. My name is Tanishka, and I'll be taking the session with you for today. And I'm connecting with you from Delhi. So, that's a bit about me. Before I proceed, do you mind sharing a little about yourself? Just a brief.
My name is Vinod Gupta and I'm from Mumbai. I work as a SO in Sun Pharmaceutical Company.
Right. Okay. Right. So, in the pharmaceuticals, right?
Yeah,
Right. Fair enough. Right. Before I go ahead, do you happen to have any sorts of doubts, questions, queries, anything that you want to ask?
no, I don't have any doubts.
Alright. Fair
Yes,
enough.
sir.
Alright. Right. So if there are no doubts, then I'm going to proceed ahead with our topic for today. Right. Our topic for today is food and restaurants. So we'll be talking about
Yes.
that. But at any point, if you feel bored or you want to talk about something else, you can let me know. I'll change the topic. Right.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Perfect. Right. So talking about food and restaurants. First of all, are you a foodie person?
Yes,
Right.
yes, I am 40%.
So do you like to eat outside? I mean, try out new restaurants and everything.
Yes, I occasionally I used to go with my friends to some restaurant when we are free, then we used to go over there.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, who do you prefer going out more with? Do you prefer going out with friends or family or alone?
With friend, along with friend. Yeah, I prefer only friends because when we are free, then we used to go over there and we enjoy lots of enjoy over there.
Okay. Fair enough. That makes sense. Right. So, okay. So, is there any restaurant that you guys visit very frequently?
Yeah, there is a actually it is a near our home. The name of this restaurant is a Roshan Ron. Roshan. It is actually Chinese restaurant. So we actually prefer most Chinese food. So we used to go there.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. That makes sense. Right. So, is it so frequent that the staff recognizes you there?
Yeah, I recognize. They were very polite and rendering service very good. So everything is good, good
Right.
and
That
good.
makes sense. Fair enough. Makes sense, right? So, okay. So, if I ask you your best and worst food, so like, what is the place where you have had your best food? Like, it was so tasty, you can have it every day.
I I already said you the name of the Roshan Don, which is located our near home. So there I got a best food and worst food. I think at the time of when we traveling in a train, there I got a worst food.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was this place? I should be aware as well before booking the trip.
It is a UP train. Actually, I'm from UP. Sorry, my parents are from UP, and I born in Mumbai, and I also grew up in Mumbai. So we prefer Godan Express. Yeah, the name of the train it is a Godan Express.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one. Yes, I've had bad reviews of that one as well. So I don't blame you guys.
Yes.
Fair enough. I mean, train food in general is not that good. It's like just edible so that you don't feel hungry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not good.
Not
Makes sense. Fair enough.
so.
Um, right.
Yes.
You were saying something.
Yes. Nothing. You just said.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, okay. So, what's your favorite cuisine? What do you like to eat the most? Like North Indian, South Indian, Maharashtrian food. What do you prefer?
Actually, I mostly prefer a homemade cooked food. But occasionally we used to go over the restaurant sometime, not almost. Actually, yeah, yeah,
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, right. So, what about you? Can you cook?
yeah. I can cook.
Right. So, can you cook most of the stuff or only
Yes,
limited?
I can cook roti as well as chicken, dal, rice. tea. Most of the thing I can cook because because last 2 years ago I was living alone, so at that time I used to cook by myself, and I eat by myself.
Ah, oh, right. So,
Sometimes.
okay, so you're living on your own right now.
Yeah, actually, right now I'm living with my family. Uh, Before sometimes they were in a village, so that's why I was cooked with myself by myself.
Ah, right. So you were making food on your own every day.
Right now I'm not making. Right now my mothers and sisters
At that.
they they are making. Uh, on that time I was cooked by myself.
Ah, right. Fair enough. So do you enjoy cooking, or is it something you do when it's necessary?
No, actually, not on a daily basis. I enjoy sometimes every day we have to make cook. Then it is not a good for me. Yeah, it is like a good for women. Actually, I don't like
Fair
it
enough. Okay.
but in a rare case, I used to. In a rare case, if I don't have my family in my own, so then I can.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, fair enough. That makes sense. Right. Yeah, I mean, especially for I think working people, it's difficult to cook every day anyway because they're usually busy with their work. They don't get enough time to actually prepare the food. So that's
Yes,
there. Hmm.
yes,
I mean, most of the people, that's why in metro cities have that entire lunch system, right? Where they have I mean, associated with a company that sends them
yeah,
lunch
yeah.
boxes
Uh,
on the definite time. Yeah,
yes.
that makes sense. Fair enough. Right. So, what are some of the dishes you can cook very well, like that other people like when you make?
No, chicken,
Ah, right.
chicken.
Hmm. Makes
Because I like most that food. So
That makes sense. Fair enough. Right. All right. Okay. So, according to you, what has been the most delicious dish that you have had in your, I mean, place? Like in Mumbai, you said you're living in Mumbai, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So, what's the most delicious dish you have had in Mumbai that you would suggest to other tourists as well who are coming to Mumbai?
In a Mumbai, actually, there is uh, every person are living here. Lots of majority are living here. Every have a freedom to come here and they can work on by. And there is actually lots of restaurant. Everything they can get here, like so Chinese food as well as Southern, say, idli dosa. The southern some parts of food. So you can get everything here in Mumbai, and everything is good and well.
Hmm. Fair enough. Right. So, what about you? Do you enjoy South Indian cuisine or you don't like it that much?
I do like I do like Chinese food, but it is
Ah.
not good for our health. There is a Ajinomoto which is very harmful for our bones. I know that, but sometimes I don't like too much, but not a little.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, you can prepare that food at home also. Then you wouldn't have to put zero moto in it, as you said.
Yeah, I can make rice as well as soup. Actually, this time is a digital. If we don't know how to cook, then we can go to YouTube, and we can learn how to cook. There is a lots of video on YouTube, so we can go through on it.
Hmm. That's true. That's true. Fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. So, what about you? Do you like spicy food, by the way? Do you enjoy eating spicy food?
yeah, I like spicy food.
Hmm. So, what are some of your favorite dishes in spicy food? Can you tolerate a lot of spice or only a limited extent?
Only limited, actually. So yeah, I'm so conscious with my health. Before few months, I was doing gym, so that time I was very conscious to avoid actually most of avoid the spice foods. But Not a too much, but not a little. Immediate, you can say.
Hmm. Right.
Sometimes I eat spicy food. Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, you were saying something. Sometimes you eat specific what?
Some Sometimes I eat spicy food. Not more too much.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Fair
But
enough. Yeah, I mean, some spicy food in general is sort of avoided by people who are trying to sort of follow a diet in the gym or something.
yes, yes.
So, right, fair enough. So, are you still continuing with the gym or any sort of exercises? Like, do you do it on a regular basis or you have left it because of work?
Sorry, ma'am, can you once repeat?
Yeah, I was asking, are you still continuing with the gym or something like that, or have you left it
No,
because of?
right now, no. Right now, I'm not doing gym. But because before 2 or 3 months, I was left my gym. But now I'm again planning to join it. I will join it by 15 days or 30 days because now I'm actually so busy in my work, so that's why I left. I don't
Yeah,
have so much time to give there.
yeah, that's true. I think gym requires at least 2 hours in a day, so
Yeah,
that's it.
2 hours or minimum 1.5 hours it will take minimum.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to
Uh,
rest between your sets and between
yes,
exercises.
yes.
So it takes up to one and a
Actually,
half
we
hours.
have to actually as well as we have to give ourselves rest minimum 2 to 3 hours. So that is also important for our body.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing gym, then after coming from the gym, you have to rest yourself, especially if you're doing like lifting.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
that's it. So yeah, lifting requires a lot of recovery, especially in the initial days, I think. That's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So what about now? Do you count your calories? Are you concerned about your calorie intake? And do you take care of your healthy diet or something? Or it's all on pause right now?
No, I didn't count my calories because I know how much I need to my body. That much I take it. I never count. Actually, I only just on a daily basis by a professional, those trainer, those who give me instruction that how much you would have to take a calorie that much. I haven't taken, and it's on a daily basis.
Hmm. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. All right, perfect. Right. So we are left with last 2 minutes. So before the session gets up, I'll give you a quick feedback. Otherwise, the time gets over. Right. So as for the
Okay.
feedback for today, um, right. So you're making some grammar mistakes related to past tense, right? So that's something that you can be careful about. For example, there was a sentence. I'm just giving one example where you said we used to go there, right? So you use the phrase used to a lot even when you're talking about habits that you're still doing, right? So things that are
Yes.
still a part of your routine or you do sometimes, they should be expressed in present tense because they are habitual, right? So habits are always expressed in present tense. So for example, we never say we used to go there. You would say we go there whenever we have time, things like that, because that's something that you're doing right now also. It's not like you've stopped
Yes.
going there, right? So like that. So
Yes.
used to is the phrase that you're using a lot in places where it's not required. So just be careful when you're using it to express any of the present tense thing, right? There we can't use used to, right? So just be
Used to we
careful
can
about
use
that.
on past tense. Used to we can use on past tense. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So used to is mostly applied wherever you're expressing a habit that you have done in the past for several days. For example, I
Okay.
used to study 3 hours in the night, right? So that's something that I have done. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do it every day in the past. Then you use used
Okay.
to. Otherwise, when you're talking about present habit, something you're doing right now, then we don't use used to.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Second thing was sometimes the sentence structuring is incorrect, right? So for example, where you said are near home, the sentence should have been near our home, right? So just be careful about the placing of pronouns and small words like are, is, these kind of things, right? Otherwise
Yes.
it messes up the sentence structure. Other than that, there were not many grammatical mistakes, just past tense and a little bit of structuring of the sentence that needs to be corrected. And you can work upon your pauses. right? So for example, when you're talking, there should be not a lot of pause in every sentence, right? Pauses are used when we're thinking and we're trying to build up an answer, but other than that, try to work on the pauses. For that, you can try to practice reading aloud with a good speed, or you can try to listen to English content, especially American or British content, because the speed of their speech is little more than Indian
Yeah.
speech, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
these are some of the activities that you can try to do to get over your pauses, right?
Okay.
Then,
Yeah.
right. Do you have any doubts or questions? Anything that you want to ask?
No, ma'am. Right now, I don't have any doubts.
All right. Okay. Right. So if there are no doubts, I'll sort of close the session here. I hope there are no doubts left.
Yes.
All
Sure.
right. Perfect. Right. So I'll end the session here. Keep practicing, and I'll meet you some other time.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. Have a good day. Bye bye.